Do 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 do. Do 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 do. So I can tell everyone right now I am 100% biased when it comes to this story. I'm 1,000% biased. As some of you may know, I used to record people all the time when they did not know I was recording them and listening to them many years ago. Many years ago. Statute of limitations expired many years ago. I don't think there's one person in this country that could say something that would not surprise me. I kind of heard it all from the unexpected. So, that being said, me admitting that I'm biased, me admitting I already have experience, and me just already knowing, let's start with some basic, not common sense, but just basic reality, unfortunately. There's a lot of people who just don't like a lot of people based on their skin color, their religion. They just don't like you because they just don't feel like liking you. That's reality. That's a fact of life. And that's more than likely not going to change. Now, you want to go ahead and sugarcoat it? You want to go ahead and play the political card? I guess. Certain people just don't like certain people for whatever reasons. And that's life in America. Want to hear something scary? I don't think it's scary, but it's probably going to be scary to you. You have the right not to like someone for whatever reason. Want me to say it? You have the right to not like someone because of their skin color. People don't realize that. It's your right. I don't care. I, I just don't care. That's just me. I have other stuff to worry about with my own personal life. But I think one of the problems that we have here is you have all of these people who are standing on this situation and on this case, pretending to be like they're so righteous, like they have never ever said anything behind closed doors. You have hundreds of people acting like they're so righteous. Oh, that was so hurtful. Oh, I'm a victim. Oh, that word. Motherfucker, you are just as guilty as she allegedly is. Don't act like you never said nothing behind closed doors. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to yourself. You know what? I take that back. Lie to me. Don't lie to yourself. Don't act like when you were in that office working, you never said absolutely anything wrong that you shouldn't have. Come on, let's just get real here. Great. Now that I think I got my point across, even though some of you aren't going to admit that to yourself, but I do ask you, have you ever said something in your own home or behind closed doors when you didn't think you were being watched? Have you ever said something pretty fucked up? Yeah, you have. I know I have. I know if they could use any recordings from my house, I would have been locked up for the rest of my life a long time ago. But I'm just that type of person to admit shit. I already know. I'm telling you. If they could use recordings that were said from me in my private life, I would have been locked up for life with some of the shit that came out of my mouth. It's just the truth. And you probably would have been locked up too. Maybe not for life, but you probably would have been locked up too. Don't act righteous. Please, knock that fucking shit off. This is how to make it right. This is what no one is bringing up. Now, one person will bring this up but me. That dude who is in jail for allegedly breaking in to that judge's car, he's going to come out of jail. If this was me running the show, you're getting out of jail, motherfucker. And that judge who allegedly used that word, guess what you guys are going to do? You're going to get out of jail free card. You're going to hang out with this judge for a whole entire week. Sunday through Sunday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You're going to wake up at the same time as this judge. You are going to be at her house at the same time this judge wakes up. You are going to drive to work with her in that same car that you were trying to steal, allegedly. You're going to stay at her job for a week and at her work. You're going to see what it's like to work. You're going to see the struggles. You're going to see everything. That's what you're going to do. This judge, well, she's going to hang with you too. She's going to get to know you. She's going to see why you're a thief. She's going to see your struggles. And it's going to be a happy ending. This is a movie in the making. And the average person, they don't even realize that. Why? Well, they're not that smart. 2, they're not creative. 3, they just believe in the new form of slavery. You go to jail and you lose your job. You lose every single thing that you work for to become a judge. You lose every single thing you work for to become a lawyer. That's just beyond dumb. Problem we have, or you have, not me, you have been born and raised in this corrupt, broken new form of slavery system. So you don't know any better. Someone breaks into your car, the first thing you do is you just think jail. Someone uses a racial slur who happens to be a judge, first thing you do is, well, I'm going to stand on this platform so I could act and be all righteous. She should resign. She should get fired. No. It's not right to him that he stays in jail for probably the time that he would have if this never happened. He's going to stay in jail a really long time if this would have never happened for allegedly breaking into a car. And it's not right for him to come out of jail and not be able to have a chance to get a decent job because now he has a criminal record. And it's definitely not right for this lawyer and this judge to lose everything that she worked so hard for this one alleged mistake, which was in her private home, by the way. This was me, and if this was me, and I'm not biased, I'm a genius, I'm a fair person, this judge asked for forgiveness. How many fucking times do people from the streets or people like you, how many times have you asked for forgiveness? People go into the courtroom all the fucking time asking for forgiveness. Dude who broke into her car, I'm sure he's asking for forgiveness. Well, not right now. Right now, he's in jail saying, damn, I'm about to get set free for this shit. More than likely, yeah. I think it's going to be very hard to sentence you for the next judge considering the circumstances. Yeah, happy endings. Hang out with each other. Make buddy with each other. Honestly, it's really not that bad of a fucking deal. Because if I know if I was young, I mean, still from this day, I don't need to because I don't need the money, but it would still be cool. I'm a young person and I'm getting to hang out with a judge. I get to see her house. I get to see her family. I get to meet her family that I broke into her shit to, by the way. It's not that bad of a deal. I'm sure she's going to feed you really fucking good. I mean, I can't speak for him, but if this was me as a teen, yeah, she's going to feed me better than I've ever been fed before in my whole entire life. If this was me as a teen, I get to go into a big ass mansion or a house, or at the very least, a mansion to me, coming from where I came from. If this was me, by the way, I get to hang out with the judge's son and see what their life is about and see, I mean, considering my old friends from the streets versus the judge's sons, it's not a bad deal. This could have a happy ending if you want it to. This could be a movie in the making. As a matter of fact, if you give me 100 grand to make this movie, you're going to get 4 times the amount back in 14 days. And guess who's going to be in this movie? Donald Trump and Joe Biden. I got Joe Biden and Donald Trump in this movie. I just spoke to them, and it's a Trump production. It's a Biden production. Just give me 100 grand, and we're going to get the wheels turning. Just for the record, for some serious legal purposes and moral, Donald Trump and Joe Biden did not call me. And it's not a Trump or a Joe Biden production. It was a joke. Just in case you really start pouring money in, because that's all I need is for someone to send me $100,000 in a check, and I have this check and I cash it, and then you show them this video saying, well, Blackskin said it would be a Trump production and Trump was going to be in it. No. It's just going to be me filming and recording and having a happy ending. And just for the record, 2 things, 1 for each side. Unless you're black and you're like Snoop Doggy Dogg, or you're Ice Cube, or you're Ice-T, or you're from the streets, no, you should not use that word. That's a fact. But you are a very stupid, dumb motherfucker if you don't think people use that word. If you don't think for a second what certain people really think about certain people, I mean, Bernie Mac said it best. You can't go around stopping your money and your cash flow over this. You really can't. I don't give a fuck what you call me. As a matter of fact, if you really want the truth, if this was me in this situation, you don't like my race, supposedly, which it's not even my race, I'm an American. But if you don't like a race that I allegedly am, I'm not going to get mad. I've been through too much to get mad. I mean, I spent years on being mad. That was a waste of energy. I want to know why. Actually, I don't. But if I was in this situation, my number 1 goal and agenda is for the next time someone asks you about this race, you're going to say to yourself, well, they're not all bad. I just had a great conversation with Chicago Blackskin. I just got to fucking hang out with him. He gave me a great experience that I never thought I would get. Let's just face the facts, man. This is reality. Stop being a pussy. This is reality. Let's just say hypothetically. And it clearly didn't happen in this case, at least not that I could tell. But let's just say hypothetically, just going off the record in fantasy land, hypothetically, a Mexican jumped this judge's son and he didn't fight fair and he stabbed her. Or he stabbed him. Well, I could see why you don't like Mexicans. Fuck, I agreed to a fucking fist fight and you pull out a knife essay and you stab my son and he can never walk again? I could see why you don't like us. I ain't gonna sugarcoat shit. I'm not into politics. I'm not a pussy. I wouldn't fucking like them either. I would actually think twice. Next time I see a motherfucker crossing me, I would think you're about to pull out a knife and make it where I'm fucked up now. People drive on the highway. They get into an accident. They don't want to drive on the highway no more. They remember the accident. You left the bad taste. But guess what? Guess what? You meet me, I'm going to give you a better fucking taste. I'm going to give you a better experience. I'm going to make your experience so well that you're going to forget all about that motherfucker with the knife. True story. That guy who broke into her car, we don't know the extent of what could have happened. That's kind of always been the problem with law and order and these things. What if he broke into the car? He got in. He got some free shit. How do we know he was going to stop there? What if he said, wow, the judge left $5,000 in her car for an emergency. Look at that house. It's big. It must be nice. There must be more money in there. I'm going to make my way to the house. We don't know the extent because he was stopped before. Think leaving that guy in jail is going to do anything? It's not going to do anything. It's just a new form of slavery. Nothing more and nothing less. I'm considered a taxpayer. I don't want to see this dude in jail for allegedly stealing shit out of a car. And I don't want to see this judge lose her whole entire fucking career over this whatever. I want to see them hang out, and I want this dude to hang out with her and her family for a week. And then this is over with. And I don't want to hear any more. And I don't want you stealing any fucking more from this car. I want you to take a look at this car. I want you to drive in this car with her. I want you to see how she takes her kids to school in this car, or she does her errands in this car. I want you to see how valuable and useful this car is. I want you in this fucking car for a week. And to the judge, I can't tell her what to do, but if I'm the judge, you're taking this kid in. He's getting out of jail. He's going to your fucking house. He's hanging out with you. You're going to feed him. You're going to bond with him. You're going to make buddy-buddy with him. You're going to make an example for him. You two, you're going to click. If not, I guess you lose your job and you're going back to fucking jail. I mean, I think that's perfect, but no, we have all these people. Let's stand on this. Let's act all righteous. Motherfucker, you said some shit that you shouldn't have said. I know damn well certain people said so much about me. You just happen to get away with it because your son didn't record it. Oh man, that poor kid. I actually feel sorry for her son. He ain't getting shit for Christmas this year. He's probably depressed. I mean, I think everyone suffered enough, to be honest with you. I think the humiliation, I mean, can you imagine her son? The trouble, I mean, the depression. He has to live with knowing his mom's career is over with because he recorded that and sent it to someone, I'm guessing, that he thought he trust. Can you imagine this dude right now in jail, still been there 23 hours a day, more than likely eating jack shit for Christmas and New Year's and Christmas Eve and Christmas Day? I think both sides have kind of suffered enough already. I don't see either one of them doing this again. If you, at least I hope they don't.